What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Today, I'm going to take a lot of criticism and I'm going to tread lightly. And let me just say that I have all respect for Mr. Mike Mora, who was the husband of Kelis for 8 years. As a young man, he passed away with an 18-month battle with stage 4 stomach cancer. But I have to talk about Kelis today. All right. Now, Kelis, depending on who you are, and if you like her style of music, she had a few hits in the late 90s and 2000s and stuff like that. And that got her in the early 2000s in the presence of, one of the greatest MCs of all time, Nas. All right. They married. At the end of the marriage, she was pregnant and she filed for divorce. Now, she really said that Nas was abusive towards her. She said, in my opinion, some things that were pretty, I don't know if they were true, but if they were not true, then it was really mean. And then she found herself marrying a gentleman by the name of Mr. Mike Mora, who was a photographer. Now, Mike Mora, as a photographer, I'm not sure if he was the equivalent of what she was in music, but nonetheless, she went on and had 2 more children with Mr. Mora. And unfortunately, Mr. Mora passed away. Okay. Kelis is now at age 42. Nas, since that particular time, is at age 48. The criticisms that he took from Kelis, despite what she had to say, I don't remember him bashing her, him saying any mean things about her. I don't remember him pointing the finger at her at all. But now, after Kelis, we have seen Nas become quite the businessman. Recently, he was paid $40 million after Amazon acquired Ring Incorporated. He has several startups with Queensbridge Venture Partners. He has his own clothing line, History. Okay. Nas is rich. He's been an excellent investor since the time that he and Kelis have broken up. If you want to look at it personally, who I feel has been, if you want to call it, had the more successful life out of the two, it's been Nas. Now, I'm not saying that she was not happy with Mr. Mora. I'm not saying that Mr. Mora was not a good man. But from what I see, despite what she tried to do to damage his image and reputation, which, again, I've never heard anybody else say these things about Nas. Nas has blossomed. Okay? His partnerships and his productivity have made him where she is. Kelis, on the other hand, is just now coming out into the public. All right? And is Kelis ever going to get married again? I'm not sure. I know that she has now 3 children by 2 different men. She was married and had a farm and was doing some things like that. But it looks like she's trying to get back active on the gram. And of course, she has taken these really beautiful photos. She looks like she's in really good shape. I don't know what she's trying to do, if this is thirst trapping, if this is what she's trying to get across now. But now what I can say is this for men. You are going to go through tough times. Okay? But now you have to be able to deal with those times. And despite people's attempts, especially if it comes out that Nas was not involved in this, the way that you handle such people is to keep on living. Okay? I'm not saying that Mr. Moore had anything to do with Nas. I don't believe that. But now if we look at this stage of life, who clearly has, some prospects going forward, it's Nas. I'm not saying that this right. I'm not saying that this, but it's Nas. Nas didn't waste his time discussing Kelis and all the other stuff. Look at Nas right now. He's in a position to do anything he wants. And I can honestly assure you of one thing. Nas is never saying in the back of my mind, you know what? I want to get back with Kelis. That's what he's not saying. And she could feel the same way. But Nas is in a better place. Could he have made mistakes? Sure. But the way that he handled it, in my opinion, was great. There are a lot of brothers who have been accused of certain things in relationships with women and things like that. And then obviously you go and look at who they go and they marry after the person. Like Amber Rose said all these horrible things about Kanye West. What did she go and do afterwards? The guy that she went and dealt with the next time was Wiz Khalifa, great artist and stuff like that, but it's not Kanye West. After that, 21 Savage, that guy is not Wiz Khalifa, definitely not Kanye West. And now she's dating some dude from Def Jam. How's Kanye West doing? Much better than Amber Rose. And that tends to be the succession, guys. Your job is to keep on producing. And if you can look at a lot of ladies that you've had issues with or loved or all those things, take a time to look at, if you can sometimes, where are they at in their life? Now, obviously, this was a happy marriage, but usually you don't see that. Usually you don't see the success. And most guys end up doing much better without the lady that they're with in the first place. All right? Most men, I'm going to just say this, personally, and from guys of you that have experience, most guys are miserable. We don't want to talk about it, but a lot of guys are just miserable. Completely so miserable. With the whole idea and the whole fact that, you know what? I'm dealing with this lady. I just need to get her out of my life. It's not working out. She'll allege and all these things and stuff and let her go to the next guy. And what do you see her doing? Most of you know it. Some of you guys are on child support or you had a baby mom from hell. She left you. You went and did what you had to do. Her next relationship was what? Typically with a guy who was not in the same lane as you, doing much worse, living a lower quality of life overall, and the inability of her to believe that she's problematic in the relationship. Every guy's going through it. And what do most dudes say? You don't say anything about her. You don't publicly bash her. You just keep on living. That's how it works out. That's why you got to really focus on your life. On your life. How they're going to end up in life, I don't know. But you should be very concerned about how you're going to end up in yours. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.